Hey y'all, Big Tim here. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Old School and Bass with Big Tim. I know I've kind of ghosted on y'all for a couple weeks, and it's kind of with good reason, but bad reason. There's really not been anything for me to post. I don't really have any good video to put out. I've been fishing several times and really don't have anything to show for it. 2020 has been a bad fishing year for this guy right here. I've had a tough time, so I really don't have much to show you. I've got a little bit of footage. I might cram together kind of a highlight reel or something, but other than that, this year has been pretty pathetic. 2020 has been one of the worst fishing years of my life, and it's actually probably because I've been the fewest times. Let's just face it, 2020 has been a cruddy year for almost everybody. So hopefully things will get better. We can get back to business. Now, granted, I've been to business. I've been working a ton, which is one of the reasons I haven't been fishing as much. I have worked more this year than I have in the last 5 or 6 years that I have been in the retail tackle business. It's been crazy. We've sold a lot of stuff to the point right now we really don't have hardly anything to sell, but that's kind of a national thing. If anybody's been to a tackle store lately, they know that it's hard to find a lot of good stuff. Hooks, weights, sinkers, line, all that stuff is in very short supply. So that's one of the reasons I haven't been fishing as often, and when I do go, it's not very good. It's been very relaxing though, I will tell you that. I've had a couple of days that I didn't catch a single thing, but was able to take a couple deep breaths and just enjoy myself. One of those trips, Joey and I went up to Lake Erie, and I've got a little footage, and I'm going to put together a little Lake Erie video soon, but it's going to take me a while to edit it. It takes a while for me to do that, especially with Lori working from home and being on the computer and whatnot. So the time on the computer is limited for me to edit video. But one of the things that's happened since we last spoke, we've had a bunch of FLW tournaments. I think we've had 2 of them since I last posted, but we're going to talk about 3 of them. We're going to talk about the fact that Jacob Wheeler has come in first, second, and second. Man, that guy is a machine. He's just absolutely incredible. And wow, to be him, he's on fire right now. They always talk about confidence being the best tool in your tackle box, and let's face it, that guy's on fire. He is literally on fire. He's like nothing we've ever seen before. That's why I've always said, you've heard me say it in a lot of videos before, he would have beaten every record Kevin Van Dam had, every record that Roland Martin, basically every record that's ever been made in BASS history. So he's forming his own records now. So that's pretty cool. And going back to our Lake Erie trip, when Joey and I planned this trip, Joey takes his birthday off every year, the whole week. And I called him back in, I don't know, it might even been late June, but I know it was in July. And I says, you taking your birthday off? Let's go somewhere. So we planned to go to Lake Erie, and I had no idea that there had been all these tournaments up there. There was a college tournament. There was the FLW Tackle Warehouse circuit was up there, the pro circuit. And then when we were up there, they had the Toyota circuit, and those fish have just been beaten up. And of course, we didn't have any idea of that when we planned the trip until it started getting closer. So I'm not making excuses. We still had an opportunity to fish, and we caught a few, you'll see. But like I said, give me a couple weeks on that. We'll get that edited and get that out to everybody. So anyway, that's what's been going on with me. Hopefully the fall will bring some more fishing opportunity. I did fish one tournament. I forgot to tell you all that. I fished a Thursday night tournament with our friend Bubba, which we videoed, and didn't really do any good. We caught one keeper bass to weigh. And I got some footage on that, but the GoPro was kind of, I don't know, it doesn't look very good. I don't know what was going on. I know there was a bug on the lens. But that is the only tournament I have fished all year. And I honestly didn't want to fish it. It was a Thursday nighter. And I told Bubba, I said, man, I haven't fished anything all year. Why start now? But we decided to go ahead and do it. Bubba's such a good guy, and it was his birthday, so I decided, let's go down. This is what Bubba wants to do. Let's do it. So we went down there and fished a Thursday nighter. Didn't do well. It was nice to see some of the guys and everything else, but it's still a little different. We didn't get our hot dogs, which that's what I love going down for Thursday night, the hot dogs. But I don't know if I'll fish another one the rest of the year on them. It's just so hard after I work it to get it going. And Joey, my normal partner, he's working so much also that I don't know. It's just not quite the same for us. So maybe next year. I had planned on fishing some of the Bass Nation tournaments, and as we talked about once before, our grand opening was on the very opening day of their tournament schedule. Then something else happened on their second tournament. The third tournament was at Greenup on the Ohio River, and I really didn't even want to go up there, period. Just wasn't interested. I was free, but I didn't want to go, and turns out that was probably a pretty good choice on my part. But their fourth tournament, I had actually considered fishing. It was at Barren River Lake, and Joey and I had figured something out a few years ago that I was real interested to see if it would work again. We were there with our old club, Kincaid Bassmasters, and we found a way to catch a bunch of fish when nobody else was catching them, and it worked for us for 2 or 3 years. And I was curious to see if it would still work. And I was actually considering fishing that tournament, but ta-da! Got the new schedule for work, and I'm scheduled to work. I forgot to request it off. To be honest with you, the schedule normally isn't made this early, but I was scheduled to work because one of the other guys was taking vacation. So I was like, well, okay. I think this is just God's way of telling me not to fish any tournaments this year. So I won't be fishing Barren either. And I was kind of looking forward to that one. And it could have been the opportunity to go to the state championship at Green River Lake. But no Green River. This is the first year that I haven't fished any KBF or KBN. That's Bass Federation and Bass Nation. Haven't fished any. The only tournament I fished is that one Thursday nighter. Now I'm still waiting to see. I don't know what they're going to do with some of the open tournaments that they generally have in October on the Ohio River here. I don't know if they're going to have them. If they are, I might fish one of those. Depends on the partner situation and who's doing what. That would probably be the only thing I do fish the rest of the year. And next year, I plan on getting these knees fixed, because when we were at Lake Erie, I was having I have no balance. I want to be able to stand up and fish like I used to. You all see that I'm sitting down. 3 years ago was probably the last time I was able to stand up comfortably and fish without a lot of pain, and have a little bit of balance. I have no balance now. So being up at Lake Erie with no balance is pretty difficult. So I've made up my mind, going to get at least one knee replaced, hopefully in the winter, first of the year. So, and then hopefully we'll be rehabbed by first of the fishing season. So that's the overall goal. Of course, we've got to lose some of this big belly, but we can definitely get that accomplished too. That'll be a double bonus. Anyway, so look forward for the Lake Erie fishing trip. It does have some really good footage. There's some cool things in there. I know a lot of my videos lately have not had a lot of fish catches. It's been kind of scenic beauty, and there's going to be some of that in this one too, because Lake Erie is a beautiful place, really neat. We've seen a couple neat boats, talked to some people. So look forward to that one. It's going to be a little different. Not as many fish catches like we said, but we did have a good time. So thanks for tuning in. I promise I'll get you something good coming up, but we may have to wait till next year. Yeah, like I said, fishing's just been horrible. So if you guys are catching fish, great. I'm happy for you. Man, let me know where to go. I guess I'm going to have to go see my old buddy Ranger Bull up in Indiana. He knows where all the fish are up in Indiana, and I've never fished a lot of those lakes that he talks about. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you the next time.